YouTube, what is up? It's your boy Duke, back here from sportsgamers.com, and in today's Madden 23 video, I'm going to break down and show you guys one of the best, if not the best play in the entire game that nobody knows about. Nobody runs this play, and it's fire. So, we're going to be looking at the gun tight offset TE, and I know what you guys are thinking. Everybody runs the gun tight offset TE. Yes, you're correct. But the play I'm about to show you guys, like I said, nobody really uses, and definitely nobody uses the setup I'm going to show you guys. This is one of my favorite plays in the game. I really only use it in clutch situations because it's that good, and it will beat every single defense in the entire game. I want to look at the Saints spot. Now, I'm going to start up going up against match coverage. This is one of the best plays in the game to beat match. A lot of players run match, especially the nickel over, hover 4 quarters. Is extremely common. However, guys, make sure you stay tuned throughout the entire video because I'm going to show you guys how this play will shred match as well as just regular zone coverages, man, blitzes, everything you guys need to know. And if you want more content like this, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and give me a comment to let me know you're enjoying this content. So, the setup is simple. The first thing you need to look at is what hash the ball is lined up on. It's very important. Now I'm going to explain why. So here you're noticing that the ball is closer to the right hash. That means that the right side of the field is the short side. Whichever side of the field is the short side, that's where you want the running back side of the formation to be. So here, since we're on the right hash, we're going to put the running back on the right. Now, if we happen to be closer to the left hash, we would simply flip the formation and get our running back on the left. Now, the reason why this is important, I'm about to show, is because of the route combo we're going to use. Now guys, typically match coverage does a really good job of defending corner, streak, flat combos. But it does not stop the corner out of this play, and I'm going to explain why. So the setup we're going to use on this play is pretty simple. I'm going to streak the receiver next to the tight end. I'm going to do a slant to the slot receiver opposite the tight end, and a post to the outside receiver opposite the tight end. So this is how it's going to look. Now, the last thing you're going to want to do is motion the receiver on a slant across the formation, and you want to hike the ball right when he passes that right tackle. Now, what I want you guys to notice is when you do this, so snap the ball right about here, a few different things. First of all, the match coverage is broken. They no longer play match. That allows you to get this corner out wide open. So let me explain why this happens. Anytime you have 4 players that can go out on a route, so receivers, tight ends, or running backs, 4 of those players, 4 on one side of the field, match coverage is no longer match. It's simply going to play a drop zone, meaning the zones, the deep zones, are going to drop to an area of the field. They're not going to match your corners. They're not going to match your streaks. So here, with the motion, we create 4 players on the right side of the field. So we have the flat, the corner, the streak, and the slant, all lined up on the right. This means, if you guys take a look at these 2 players that are supposed to be matching, they play drop zone. So, because we're on the short side of the field, you guys should know a short side corner streak will always beat zone, which we've turned the match into just regular zone. So, the streak is going to run off these deep zones. The corner's wide open on the sideline. Obviously, you still do have the flat, and then if their user tries to take away your flat or your corner, we have the slant and the post open over the middle of the field. Now, I just want to show you guys why this is so good. So, like, let's say we just go ahead with our corner streak combo, hike the ball, right? No motion. You guys can see that gets matched. So, that's no longer open. And, we just have to throw the ball away. So, this is why this setup is so good. Now, as I told you, though, there is plenty of more reads on this play. So, like, let's say that they're using the middle of the field, right? And then they see you do this. So, they see you do the motion. So they just run over to try to defend the corner out with their user, right? Oh, now there's nobody over in the middle field, so you can easily attack with the slant post combo. So that's kind of how it works against match. Let's look at how it will work against different zone defenses as well. So let's just come out in the standard cover 3, and then we'll look at some cover 2. This is really good against all the different coverages people try to play on this year's game. So here's cover 3. We'll take a look at that. So again, same setup. We streak the receiver next to the corner, do a slant to the slot opposite, and do a post to the outside receiver opposite the tight end. We motion our slant over, and you want to snap it as soon as he passes the tight end. That allows you to snap the ball while he's in motion, get the most separation possible. So again, you're going to notice that unless manually covered by the user, this corner route will always be open on the sideline against any zone because the streak will push the deep zone back, leaving the corner open. Looking to become a better Madden player and win more games? Check out sportsgamers.com. I built sportsgamers.com from the ground up to give you the best Madden tips, best Madden ebooks, all at the best price, bar none. We have a VIP membership that gives you access to the entire site, every ebook and every tip we release all year long for only $24.99. Click the link in the description. I've also pinned it in the comments, and use coupon code DUKE for 10% off your order. Remember, you still do have the flat. So let's say that they blitz you or they have their zone drop set to Narnia, right? Just throw to the flat. Take your 10, 15 yards in that situation. But this corner is wide open. Again, guys, if they do decide to use the corner out, don't worry. You have the slant and the post working over the middle. It's a high-low read. As you guys can see, the slant goes underneath the post in opposite directions. So the user can only guard one of the reads over the middle. So this works the exact same as cover 2, right? Cover 2 is very easy to attack the same way. As you guys see, this is the problem with the big nickel over G. Half the time you guys are in the wrong assignments. So let's just go ahead and get that going. There we go. You all know the big nickel over G is glitchy like that with the safety swapping assignments. But yeah, it's the same reads against a cover 2. You're going to simply read the corner, the flat, street combo, and then if you see the user run over there, you have the slant post over the middle. But again, you'll notice that the corner will get over the top of the flat. Even if they zone drop it, as long as they press it, it's still going to get open. Now, one of the most unique things about this corner route is it actually beats zone drops too, and it beats man-to-man way better than average corner. The reason for this is let's say that they do zone drop their flats to say 25 yards. You're going to notice that this corner cuts or breaks way quicker than the average corner. So if they do have a zone drop flat, so here we're in cover 2, and we've zone drop our flat to like 25 yards, the corner route's still going to get open because that's simply going to break too deep, right? You would need to do a zone drop to about 15 yards to defend this corner route, which really nobody's going to do. As you guys can see here, that zone drop flat is way too far. I have deep out and mid zone KO on Dion, and he cannot break this pass up even with the zone drop flat because this corner breaks too quick. Obviously, yes, I know we could have hit the flat, but I just want to show you guys that zone drop flats, which is what most people do to try to stop corner routes, it just doesn't work on this route because it breaks too quick. The other great thing about this is, like I kind of just mentioned, if they want to play man coverage, that's cool. But again, let me press to baseline it. I'm sorry, and man align it. The corner breaks so fast that it's going to get a really good separation against man. It's one of the best man-beating corners in the game. And another great thing about this play is you also have the quick reads over the middle of the field too. But look at that separation we just got against man. I mean, that was, he cooked him. Finally, I want to look at the blitz. The last part I want to take a look at is guys that are going to blitz you from either man or zone. Let's start with man. Let's look at spinner. So, the first thing you need to know about the spinner is, well, obviously, this is a heavy blitz, right? So they're probably going to man up the running back or, put this guy in some sort of zone. But, let's say that he is going to worry about the running back. So the running back's not an option. If they're doing a man-to-man blitz and the running back is not really an option, you can block him and use the same setup. So I'd still just go ahead and do the slant post motion. I just want to send the running back out. I would just block him because now I can read the middle. I have the slant post high-low, and then I still do have the corner route. The corner route will always be there. Now, of course, if they're just not guarding the running back, because a lot of times people will just assume you're not going to send the running back out if they're blitzing you. If they're just not going to guard him, feel free to keep him on that little route out of the backfield, and just cook. The other thing about this whole motion situation is against man-to-man blitzes, you can see this misaligns the defense. So if you send the running back out with this motion against a man-to-man blitz, you'll notice everyone's just misaligned. Now people are running across the field trying to guard different dudes. The running back's wide open. The corner's breaking open. We have the routes over the middle. It's just a super tough play to guard when you're dealing with a man-to-man blitz. Another variation you could use against the man-to-man blitz is simply do an out corner combo on the left, then do a motion slant on the right. Motion slant is one of the easiest ways to beat man coverage, and then especially if you keep the running back going out the backfield, they're going to have to sprint to guard that, right? You also could do that with still blocking the running back. you can block the running back and still do the motion slant. Again, guys, motion slant is just a very easy way to beat man coverage. You can see how quick that read is right there. That's going to make them have to worry about a few different variations with this play. So that's pretty simple. Now, going up against a zone blitz, I pretty much use the first setup I already showed you guys. So let's just do this here. Let's baseline it, DB Fire 2. DB Fire 2 is the most common zone blitz you're going to face. And again, it's pretty much the same thing as far as how I look to attack it. You can go ahead and use the same exact setup and send the running back out. The reason why I like to send the running back out is simply to make them have to respect it. Now, once they start to respect their running back, they're probably going to end up on the running back side, either manning him up, or they could just simply put this guy into a flat zone. They'll stop blitzing 5 and only blitz 4, and put this slot corner on the running back side in some sort of flat zone to defend that route, right? So then you're probably going to still get them to use it in the middle of the field, but they're only going to blitz 4. So if you notice them doing that, you can easily block the running back. You can ID the mic as this guy over here to make sure he gets blocked. And then just use the same setup where you do the motion slant with the post, just blocking the running back and IDing the mic as that corner that's blitzing. So now you're going to make them basically pick who they're going to guard over the middle. You kind of just make your read based upon that. Simple stuff, very simple stuff. So you know that they're going to blitz opposite the running back if they need to defend the running back, right? They cannot stop the running back if they're going to keep blitzing from the running back side. So obviously if they start to see you're sending 5 out to tackle the running back, they're probably only going to blitz from the side opposite the running back. So what that allows me to do is once I see that they stop blitzing 5 and only blitz 4 to try to defend the running back, all I'm going to do, again, block the running back and ID the slot corner that's blitzing away from the running back. You guys see that allows them to pick it up. I step up in the pocket and I use the same route combo, the motion slant with the post corner streak. So again, guys, I want you to notice that even though we have a zone drop flat zone, because it's pressed, the corner is going to run over the top of it, right? So that's going to get open. So that's always going to be open. Corner routes will always beat a press corner in a cloud flat, even if it's zone drop. Now, if it's backed up, it's still going to get open unless they zone drop it to 15, which is what makes this play so unique. All right, past that, as you guys can see here, I have the middle of the field. So here, the motion slant. Motion slant, everybody knows, is one of the best routes in the game every year. So the user you see the user's Derrick Henry, right? He's staying low to guard the motion slant. So I'm like, okay, if you're going to stay low to guard the motion slant, that's fine. I'm just going to throw the post over your head. Now, if he bailed to guard the post, I would have thrown the motion slant. This is why this play is so good. So you have an answer for everything and every adjustment they can do. We're one step ahead of the game. Till next time, it's your boy Duke, and I'm out of here.